Hi everyone, it's Mari. I'm back again today for Trinity Stamps, and today we're celebrating with a brand new April release and YouTube hop. And so I have a project here today using some of the brand new products, including the Slimline Burst Builder. This is a really fun die that can be cut on the one side and then flipped and cut on the other, so that you can actually cut for a slimline. I am going to show you how you can also use this in a portrait orientation, so that you can use it on an A2 size card as well. So it's a really versatile die. I'm also going to be using this beautiful floral stamp set called First Bloom. There is a coordinating die set with this stamp set as well. It's so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And I had a lot of fun coloring these images and using the dies to die cut them out and embellish that really fun slimline burst builder die. So I'm going to take you through the entire process today, and I am just really loving this new release from Trinity Stamps for April. You are going to love the hop today and seeing all of the amazing things. Make sure you check the description box down below for all of the details for the hop today and where to hop to next and all the details for all the fun going on. Now, what I did was I actually cut that slimline burst builder out from some cardstock, and with the template I'm going to go ahead and stick a bunch of rainbow colors into those blank spaces. So I've actually used some repositionable adhesive and stuck this template down onto an A2 size piece of white Neenah cardstock, and I have cut this slimline burst builder out also from a rainbow of colors of cardstock. So with those different rainbow cuts, I'm going to go ahead and fill in this template then with those different colors, and I'll have a ton of different colors left over. Obviously, I'll have all of the leftover bits that I'm not using. I will stick those away and be sure to save those for another project. So what I wanted to do was have some dimension with these rainbow pieces on my card front. So I'm going to attach these to my card front or to these little spaces with some small foam squares. And in that way, when I take the template off, it's going to just leave this really dimensional card front. So there you can see how fun that looks when it's all finished. And I'm going to just take and trim off the extra white cardstock there that's on my card front with my Tim Holtz guillotine trimmer. I'll just get all of that extra cut off. I'll set that aside, and now I'm going to stamp out my images from the First Bloom set. So I'm going to put my cardstock, my Neenah 80-pound cardstock here in my mini Misty, and I'm going to stamp with some Memento Tuxedo ink onto that white cardstock. This is some Copic friendly ink, and I am going to do some Copic coloring here today for these florals, or with these florals, for my little die cut embellishment pieces for my card front. So I'm just going to put some pressure on my Misty window here and get those all stamped out nicely. And once I have achieved that, I am going to go ahead and start coloring. I am going to use a really simple blend here of 2 colors for each one of my different colors here in my rainbow colors. I am going to start off here with the lighter color and then put my shadow color in with the next color. I'm only going to show you coloring with each one of my different colored markers here. I'm not going to show you coloring all of the images because it's just the same process over and over. So you can just see I'm taking the darker color and going over the lines that are on the image, and I'm also coloring in some areas where I think there might be shadows. For example, where the petals are up against each other, I'm putting a little bit of shadow in there as well. Now I'm going to go in with some yellows, and I am, just like I said, using as many different sort of rainbow colors here that I can fit into these different images that I'm going to use for my project. I'm not actually going to end up using everything that I stamped out here, but I'm going to use most of the different pieces here that I have stamped out when I die cut these and place them onto my card. So there you just saw a couple of different shades of yellow there. I'm going to use a couple of greens for my foliage areas. I also used some blue-green because I wanted to get that hue in there as well for the rainbow colors. And I'm trying to match up with the different colors of cardstock that I've used, to be honest, so that this will really look nice. These pieces will look really nice when I place them onto the cardstock. That's the rainbow colors that I've already cut from that Slimline Burst Builder. So there you can see I have all of my pieces placed, die cut and placed onto that card front. and onto my Slimline Burst Builder Rainbow. And I'm going to apply most of these different little bits with some either glue dots or some liquid adhesive, and anything that I want to be dimensional, sort of like on the top. So the largest bloom portion there, I'm going to pop up on some foam adhesive to give the card a little bit of extra dimension. And if you're that person that doesn't like the dimension for mailing purposes, you may choose to have your card a little bit more flat, and I think that would look just fine too. But I do tend to give a lot of my cards by hand, just in person, and so I do find that I do really like to add that extra bit of dimension. So you're just going to see me here adding the different bits of adhesive, and when I'm finished that, I will adhere this the rainbow burst panel down onto another piece of white cardstock, and that is going to go onto a white card base. So I'm going to actually eventually adhere this all down to an A2 sized white card base to finish off my card. And I just really like that nice white clean background behind the rainbow colors. I just think it looks really pretty, and it really accents those pretty pastel rainbow colors that I've chosen to include in my card. So I will just get this piece adhered down, and that will basically be about it for getting everything stuck down to my card front. And I will finish off my card by sticking this, like I said, to a piece of white cardstock and then to my card base. I will use some liquid adhesive throughout this process as well, just for a little extra security and making sure that things will stay put. I do find that the liquid adhesive does really guarantee that the card will stay put together and won't end up sort of falling apart once you give it to the recipient, and it is a little bit more permanent in that way. So you're just going to see me here fiddling around, making sure that I get things placed in exactly the spot where I want them, and my card is almost finished. So like I said earlier, please make sure that you check the description box below for all of the different details about the YouTube hop today. This is such a fun release, and I'm so excited for you to see all of the new products that are part of this April release from Trinity Stamps. It is just so much fun, and Tanisa and her crew have just done an amazing job of working on these designs and coming up with all of this really fun, gorgeous release. It's just really cool. Now I have gone over lots of my different floral images here with some Nuvo Shimmer Pen to give it some sparkle and shine. And I'm also going to use the Trinity Stamps Crystal Clear Embellishment Mix to add a little bit of extra bling onto my card. I'm using some Nuvo Glaze and my Marvy Jewel Picker here to put these little jewels down, and that is going to finish off my card. And you'll just see me here finishing these up. I also have a sentiment, of course, using a sentiment for almost everything stamp set, and I'm going to make this a birthday card. I have stamped the sentiment out with white ink onto some black cardstock to finish off my card. Thanks so much for stopping by today and for sticking with me here through to the end. Make sure that you subscribe, like, share, and comment on this video, and have a great day, and we'll see you again.